What you guys, got another video here for you. Don't install KB5079473 yet. And the reason why is because some people are complaining that it's causing major problems when installing. One thing it's doing is it's not installing, and then it's starting to roll back the PC. And then, of course, they can't then get back into their system. Some people are forced into formatting their PC and reinstalling Windows. Now, how widespread this is, I don't know. I've only seen a couple of posts online about this issue, which I'll show you a little bit later on in the video. But for the majority of people, you might be able to download and install it, because I managed to download and install this update without no trouble at all. So maybe it's just an isolated issue, because Microsoft haven't posted any known issues on their website. And of course, if you do feel that it's a bit of a risk, then I would advise you not to roll out this update and just pause it for a couple of weeks just to see whether this problem escalates and it becomes a bigger problem than what it is already. Now, like I said, it could be just an isolated issue, and some people may be able to let us know in the comments section down below whether they downloaded and installed this update and whether they are having any issues. I must say that I haven't had any issues myself on my test machine, and it hasn't been causing any problems whatsoever. But this is the release from Microsoft for KB5099473 and KB5078883 cumulative update for versions Windows 25H2 and 24H2 and 23H2 to fix security vulnerabilities, bugs, and add new features to the system. Now, this update is a mandatory update, and it does contain the March 2026 Patch Tuesday security patches for vulnerabilities discovered in previous months. But like I said before, based on reports surrounding the March 10th 2026 Patch Tuesday update, and you can see the versions there which we just mentioned, the installation failures report indicate that the update may fail to install and various error codes are presented. The machine will roll back and it will then go into undoing changes, and then some users have encountered where they can't complete the update again, and of course they have to do an install of Windows. This is just a few reports that I've seen online, so bear that in mind. If you don't want to go through this risk factor, then maybe consider pausing it for a couple of weeks until we find out what's going on. So this person said he updated the update on this system, and then the computer restarts every 10 minutes. It only happens after he updated, and he assumes it's a problem with this security update. Also, it failed to delete the update, and he disabled Windows Update Service, and he tried to remove it all, but it just won't delete the update, and he can't recover the system. I've also seen online people suggesting to do a fresh install, or one person had to do a fresh install. So we don't know how big this problem is. And it's a bit of a concern when you're getting AI responding to someone where you don't actually have a human being on these billboards anymore on Microsoft's website, when you've got AI actually responding. So we're not going to know how big this issue is until people start rolling out the update. I think a lot of people have learned to pause updates for a couple of weeks just to make sure they're not hit with a major problem. Now, the reason why this is probably happening is probably due to a boot certificate that is created, and it might be causing an issue on reboot or something like that. I don't know 100% for sure, because obviously I've not had any issues during my testing. There's been quite a few new added features, nothing too crazy, but there's a big list of them on bleepingcomputer.com's website, and I'll leave a link for that in the video description so you can go and check it out. But basically, I'll go through some of them here in this video, but I'm not going to cover all of them. If you want to see a full video on exactly what these are and where they're located and break it down that way, then I'll make a separate video for that if you want to see it. But I will go through in this video and just show you a few of them. Now, I think I speak for everyone. I think what most people want from a Windows update is probably not new features, but fixes in a stable operating system. Because as it stands right now, Windows 11 has been plagued with buggy updates for many, many months. So hopefully this is a fixed update where we don't have major issues. Maybe just a couple of those posts that I've seen are just something that can happen to users, but it isn't on a massive scale. So hopefully that is the case. But now we've updated the system, you'll see here, I'll go through and show you a couple of things that we've got here. So if we go down to system here and go down to recovery, and inside recovery, you'll see quick machine recovery right here. Now, quick machine recovery has also been on the system already. It's nothing new, but what is new, it's turned on by default now. So it was only turned on automatically by default when you had an issue, but now it's turned on automatically and it's here and on. So if you have any problems, it's going to kick in. Another thing that people have been talking about is this perform a speed test. If you right click on your icon down here for your internet icon, and you'll see it will want to open up a web page, and you can basically go there and it will take you straight to it. It's just basically a shortcut link to make you run a speed test here, and you can just click on it. You can search for that on the internet yourself. You don't need to right click there and do a speed test. So it's nothing really fancy. It's just a shortcut link to putting that into a web browser, in my personal opinion. If that's what they're spending their time on to do, then they need to really sort of change their mindset, because that is not something that really people need. Okay, so let's move on to another option they've added in, and I'll show you that. So go down to your search box here, and I'll just put turn in here, and this is inside turn Windows features on or off. Let me just quickly click on here, and if we go down in the list here, you should see it listed here. There should be something saying Sysmon right there, and it's added in here, so you can put a check mark in that, install it back on, and that's where that is right there. So that's another feature they've added in. So to install it, just put the check mark in and basically click OK, and it will go ahead and install this onto the system. As you can see right here, it's searching for the required files, and it'll pull them down and put them onto the system, and that's that done. Another feature they've added, which is for your desktop backgrounds, you can now set WEBP images as your desktop background. So if you have really nice wallpapers that are with that extension, you'll be able to now right click on these and set these as your background if you wanted to. I like the background I've got on there already, so I'm not going to bother changing it, but you can see there the file name under size and type. It will tell you that that is the file that I could quite easily set as my background if I wanted to now. So they've added that in there. Like I said, nothing too exciting, but they are making changes to the system still. Down the bottom here, underneath your account, you will be able to click on a link down there. I'm not signed into Microsoft here, but it will be your free benefits, and it will take you here and it will show you how much storage you've got and how much benefits you've made from Microsoft. Another option they've added in is if you've got a webcam here, you do have access to now pan and tilt, where you can use these sliders to pan and tilt your camera, and this will be added in that build as well. So let's take a look. A couple of other silly little add-ons they've added. One inside your taskbar right here. Come down to where it says taskbar behaviors, and you can see combine taskbar buttons and hide labels, and you can put this to never if you want to, or you can leave it on always. But that's the feature they've added in there. It explains all about it on their website. These are nothing exciting to me really. I just want a stable system, and these things are just small little add-ons. There was one at the top there, emojis, which we mentioned earlier. And also inside the task manager area right here, if you go into the search box here and you do a search for search, you will see in the search there's a little icon, a search icon now they've added to this. And that's pretty much it. There's quite a few other ones like the Windows Update settings. They've improved responsiveness of the Windows Update settings panel. Nearby sharing, they've improved reliability when sending large files with nearby sharing. Projecting, improved the reliability and display of project menu after pressing Windows logo key +P. Printing, they've improved performance of the Windows printing service as well to help printing run smoothly and reduce the shutdowns during high volume printing. File Explorer, they've got a few improvements in there as well. So there is a few other ones there. I'm not going to go through them all, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, whether you've installed this update and whether you've had any issues. I think it would help other people out. I would personally just pause it for a couple of weeks and keep an eye on social media to see how things fare and see whether there's any issues. If there is, then obviously you can hold it off for another couple of more weeks as well to make it a month, and then decide what you're going to do from there. If you want to take the risk and go for it, by all means, go ahead and install it on your system and let me know your feedback in the comment section. Anyway, with that said, I think that's going to be about it. If you want to see a full video on all these features and what they look like, I'll do a video on that if you want. Let me know in the comment section whether you want to see a video of that nature. If not, then I won't bother. Anyway, with that said, my name has been Brian from briteccomputers.co.uk. Just want to say a big shout out to all my YouTube members who have joined my YouTube members group, whether you're tier 1, tier 2 or tier 3. I really do appreciate the support. If you haven't joined our Discord server yet, the new Discord server link is in the video description. Check it out over there. Some useful stuff over there for you. And I shall see you over there for a chat. Anyway, I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.